Yeah, hi there. These comments are for CSC, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So, you completed my integrated writing task number 1, and I'm actually going to read your essay right now. So, you have very good development. I mean, overall, you did more than you needed to do. Let's look at the word count. So you got 250 words. That's plenty enough, I think, for this writing task. So the reading, I would say here, usually we don't refer to it as a lecture. How about reading passage discusses the 3 stages of successful companies, but the listening passage provides the opposite. I think, not opines, but opinions. Provides the opposite opinions of these stages. Okay, let's the second paragraph. The reading passage states that companies should arrange. You want to say here, you got some word order problems here. So I would say that they should arrange as many meetings as possible because the meetings can help the employees to discuss controversial issues. But the listening passage states that companies, I'm going to get rid of that and use this as a verb, so should limit the number of meetings. Use this now as a past participle. I think this is going to straighten out your grammatical problems there. So the company should limit the number of meetings scheduled because employees will stop paying attention in long meetings. Moreover, employees can discuss, and let's see here, how about use the word there? They can discuss most of their issues through email or phone calls. I'm going to put plural here, email. You can use it as an uncount noun, but phone calls, no. So through email or phone calls instead of meetings. Secondly, the reading passage announces that the employees should read the entire documents in order to perform their work effectively. I would use this as an uncount noun. However, the listening passage says the employees don't have to read all the documents, even though the documents are directly from the boss. Now be careful about the tone here. So what do I mean by that? Okay, let me see if I can find the... Right here it is, right here. Let's look at what it says. I need to just check. We have to be careful we don't change the tone of the writing. Even if it comes directly from the boss. So you're pretty close. See, most probably only the small parts of documents can be helpful in jobs. I would put here read. Only reading the small parts of documents can be helpful in jobs. The employees should remember probably focus, a little bit better word, so should focus on the main, I'm going to say here ideas, not ideals, or the most important examples, not, I'm going to put here minor details, make a slight change there. See, third, according to the reading passage, okay, I think we're good. Okay, third, according to the reading passage, Employees should not separate the steps in the writing process when they're assigned to write a report. They need to write all the documents at once, since it is simply too time-consuming. How about to follow? Maybe say that. That's going to clarify that meaning. Yet, according to the listening passage, the better way to say so you say, yet according to the listening passage, a more effective writing process is separating the steps. See, for example, employees can compose the outline and write, how about a first draft? I think it's better to say it that way. And then go back to the work and revise. Revise as is needed. Okay, so I'm not sure if you got exactly everything here, so let's go back to the lecture for just a minute. I think you left out, we got all this information here. So first, compose the outline, then write the rough draft, then go back over the work and revise as needed, and then phrase the sentences and the words and so on. So I think you probably needed to say a little bit more here about what the actual steps in the writing process are. So I think you left out maybe some important information from the lecture that should have been included, I think, at this point. Okay, now the question is, what is your writing score? That's the big question, am I right? So let's take a look at that. Okay, I'm going to attach these rubrics also to the message I'm sending you by email, and I think you're in pretty good shape. I think you're above the 3 range, so you're in the 25 to 30 range here. Your essay has more frequent or noticeable minor language errors, but these errors do not result in, you have minor omission, inaccuracy, vagueness, or incorrectness. So I think that you're not going to get a perfect score here, but I think that your essay will score here right around 4.0 out of 5, or 25 points out of 30. Now if you go to the syllabus, to page 9, so integrated writing, I just gave you a score of 4, so this is going to put you at 88% on this particular assignment. So overall, I think you have strong writing skills. You have pretty good control of both your grammar and your vocabulary, and you had a very clear, coherent organization of ideas, and you seem to have, for the most part, a pretty complete and accurate understanding of both the reading passage and the lecture.